Everyone, welcome back with another video. Today I'm gonna tell you about it's a story time about how I started a Beyblade Fight Club. So let's get into it. Alright, so I was in, I want to say like 3rd, 4th grade when this happened. And back when I was a little kid, like people love Beyblades. If you had Beyblade back then when you were a little kid, you had a good childhood.
I want to talk to you.
Let's just be honest, you had a good childhood if you had a Beyblade. And the kids at my elementary school, they love Beyblades so much, but they were, I don't know why, but they were banned from our school. Like, if you got caught with one of those, you were in some deep shit. So we brought them anyways, and people kept getting in trouble and everything.
I want to talk to you. Not later. No.
Some kids even got suspended. That's how serious it was. I don't know why it was like that, but the teachers were just fucking assholes.
I still love you.
And I told some of the kids to say, hey, why don't we go to the bathroom, bring your Beyblades, and like one of those arena things that comes with it, and we can play with the Beyblades in the bathroom at like 11:20, like right before lunch. And they said, yeah, for sure. Well, something like that. And they told their friends, and by the time they got up there was like 20 kids going to the fucking restroom. So I devised a plan because it was suspicious if all these kids were going to the bathroom at the same time, and they were only a couple classes. Like, it wasn't that big of an elementary school.
Not later. No, now.
So, what happened was, I devised a plan. Like, every 5 minutes, each kid would say, hey, can I go to the restroom? Hey, can I go to the restroom? And the teacher didn't suspect anything for about 2 to 3 months at best. I can't really remember that well. But did you ever, when you were ever in elementary, you ever have those, let's call them little Timmy. You ever have a little Timmy in your elementary? Because I did. And they were these little shitheads who snitched and just blabbered off saying, he did it, oh, he did it. They were just fucking assholes. I wanted to punch them so fucking bad. So, we had one of those in our class. His name wasn't actually Little Timmy, but for privacy reasons, I'm not there, even though he's probably not even gonna fucking remember. He really doesn't even remember who I am, but anyway.
I still love you.
So, time comes, and we're setting up the Beyblades, but a little minor note, the reason why it was an underground thing is because my friend got the bright ideas to say, hey, we can make some money off of this.
I want to talk to you.
And I was like,
not later.
Sure, I can use some extra snack money, extra lunch money. And since we were like little kids, we didn't know how to manage money very well, so they just gave me all their fucking lunch money, and I held that. It was like, it was around like $50 to $70, and I felt fucking powerful having that money. And I didn't know how percentages work, so I just said, oh, I'll take 50% of all the money. And they just said, okay, because we didn't know how to manage money at all. Okay, so we're doing our thing, we're playing with Beyblades. It keeps going on for about a month and a half. And then the teacher starts to get curious, why are all these kids going to the bathroom like 5 minutes apart? It took her 1.5 to 2 months to figure this out, which is really fucking surprising. Yeah, we didn't have the brightest teacher in school, let's just be honest. So, since a little Timmy's a fucking suck up, the teacher said, the teacher asked him, hey, little Timmy, can you go follow one of the boys when they're going to the restroom to see what to see where they're going? the restroom that had the Beyblade Fight Club or whatever. God, I have to change that though. I might change that for the title, but anyway. Uh, it's on like the east side of the building. And he's following me. So I say, fuck it, I'll go to the west side. And he realizes that no one's in the bathroom when I get there, and I realize he's following me, and I'm like, well, I knew it before, but when we got in there, I was like, what's up, man? He said, nothing, and he walks out of the restroom, and honestly, I actually had to use the fucking restroom, so I just did my business, washed my hands, went out of there, and then I didn't realize, but around the corner, he was looking at me, and he followed me. I didn't realize that. So I go to the restroom that had the Fight Club, the Beyblade Fight Club, and I was holding the money too. So about 5 minutes later, he comes in there while I get in there, and he goes in there, all right, he goes in there, and he sees all of us doing this, and he sees me having money, and I don't know what he was thinking in there. Maybe he thought we were selling drugs or something, because kids are fucking stupid as shit, and he probably didn't think that, if I'm being honest. I'm just adding it for dramatic effect or whatever. But he comes in there, and he catches all of us, and we're like deers in headlights. Yeah, deers in headlights. And he just runs out of there saying, ooh, I caught you. And then by the time he can even make it, we're like halfway down the hallway, and I'm chasing that motherfucker. And I get on top of him, and I'm like, this kid was small as fuck, like skinnier than I was. And I'm pretty thin. And I nailed this kid in the back, like I tackled the motherfucker. And a teacher not a teacher, in your schools, did any of you guys have those little hall monitors or wherever the fuck, they wear those yellow vests or whatever, they told you not to run or all that shit? Well, we had those. And he was sitting in a chair, it was like a couple grades above us, and I tackled this kid, and he says, hey, what are you doing? And I don't want to be mean, but he was fat. He was fat. And he says, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. He obviously knew something was happening. And he gets me off of the kid. He gets me off of little Timmy. The motherfucker little Timmy. And little Timmy goes running to the fucking, to my room. And he tells the teacher, I remember her name, but I don't want to give her out because privacy reasons, of course. But let's call her Miss Bitch. And Miss Bitch was a real bitch. Let's just say that much. So he tells Miss Bitch, and little Timmy tells Miss Bitch, and Miss Bitch brings some hall monitors and a couple other staff members to the bathroom where it was happening. And I had the money still on me. And she caught me first because I was like halfway down there. And she caught me. And I couldn't do anything. I was caught. And she reaches and she pats me. She gets a hall monitor to pat me down like I was a fucking criminal. And they see the money, and they're like saying, you selling drugs, Joseph? You selling drugs? And I'm like, fuck you. I didn't actually say that, but I said, no, I'm not selling drugs. And she does that, you know that thing that teachers do where they do the eye roll, or they have a condescending tone when they say, yeah. She did it like that, like, yeah. So she did that. She walks down to the restroom where I came from, where little Timmy told her, Miss Bitch, where I came from. And they're all in there still playing with their Beyblades. And she fucking got us. She got us. We got all suspended for like 3 or 4 days. It was a pretty good vacation, not gonna lie. And we didn't get to do that because they didn't have cameras necessarily, but they saw who was going in and out, and it was just fucked. The whole situation was fucked. They told the principal, we got suspended. It was horrible. And but if I'm being honest, I got most of the profit because I took like 50% plus interest. I only knew what interest was because my older friend told me what that was. Don't know how I remember that. And I took most of the money, and by the time of the end of the month, I racked up around 8, maybe. And we did this every day. Like, they got lunch money every single day. So I was racking up around like $800 to close to $1,000, which is pretty good. I blew it on a fucking Xbox, but hey, it is what it is. And yeah, that's the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Don't really give a fuck. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fucking good one. My day's been pretty shitty. But anyway, hope you guys have a good one. Catch you in the next one. Alright, peace.